It's because of the censorship, because that you always put a lid on everything, then people do it secretive and then they get into a bigger trouble. Where here in the Netherlands, you can get your ecstasy tested, you can get your drugs tested to make sure that they're not laced with harmful things that might kill you. Naked with blur, but you're gonna see nipples blurred, boobs blurred. We do curse a lot, but we don't like to curse a lot, and we don't want to encourage our children to curse a lot. Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Joey, and in today's video we are going to be talking about the difference between American censorship versus Dutch censorship. Now, what do I mean by censorship? I don't mean like government censorship or like dictatorship or anything like that. What I mean is about how Americans are prude in terms of sex, nudity, language, and drugs and/or alcohol versus the Dutch. Now, this is a really fun topic for me because I have been completely flabbergasted by the things that I have seen on the Dutch national television. So let's go ahead and right away get started with, of course, just language on television and movies. In the USA, on TV, you will always get the beep for in case you say like then you hear that sound. And you really always have that shit will get beeped, ass will get beeped, asshole will get beeped, things like that. Those bad words are always going to be censored. And that is because Americans don't really, we do curse a lot, but we don't like to curse a lot. And we don't want to encourage our children to curse a lot. And we want to make sure that our children don't say the F word, don't say ass, that they have a clean mouth. We say, oh, you don't have a clean mouth, or you have a dirty mouth. We just want to make sure that they talk right in that sense. In the Netherlands, there's no such thing as a beep, honey. I've never heard one. I've never seen one. And whatever words are spoken in the Dutch language, or even fuck, or even whatever word, it is completely not beeped, and everybody is just accustomed to it. And also, I hear less bad words on the street and from friends here in the Netherlands than I do in the USA. And in the USA, we beep and censor everything. So it really doesn't make sense. Let's move on to nudity. Oh my gosh, if you ever see anything on the USA TV, nipples, you will never also see anything underneath, naked with blur. But you're gonna see nipples blurred, boobs blurred, ass crack, ass cheeks blurred. Versus here in the Netherlands, it is a festival, honey bunny. There is a TV show called Naked Dating or something like that, and it's just naked people on television with all of their penises and vaginas whipped out, and the camera's just zooming in and zooming out and going all over the place. And the first time that I saw it, I had to text all my friends in the United States and be like, holy shit, this is insane. And here it is completely normal. A human body is not very sexualized, and if it is, who cares? And it's just, yeah, it's just very interesting the way the differences are, because also what does censorship bring to us? It brings a very timid and shy form of sexualization. So you're like not really wanting to talk about sex and not talking about like your penis, or same thing with the saunas or your vagina, or so it's just really interesting what censorship really actually does. Next, let's talk about just drugs and alcohol. Here in the Netherlands, very open to drugs. We all know the weed capital. It's legal. Everybody can see or can buy weed at any coffee shop, we call them. And in the United States, that is very still like trying to be censored, although the young people are trying to break through to it, but they're still censoring a lot of it. And don't even get me started on hard drugs like ecstasy or cocaine or things like that. It's completely not legal and completely criminalized. So you do not want to be caught with any of those type of drugs. And whatever your opinion is about whether people should be doing that or not, that is besides the point. I think that the government has a responsibility. Here in the Netherlands, it comes from a point of view of, we know that people do it, we know that people are going to do it, now how do we make it safe? Whereas in the United States, it is, people cannot do it. We know people are doing it, that is not okay, we are going to do everything in our power for them not to do it. Which in turn comes around to a point where it's not safe, people overdose. We have the biggest problem in the United States of overdosing and drugs. Why do we think? It's because of the censorship, because that you always put a lid on everything, then people do it secretive and then they get into a bigger trouble. Where here in the Netherlands, you can get your ecstasy tested, you can get your drugs tested to make sure that they're not laced with harmful things that might kill you. So I think that that has a lot to do with it. So like I said, regardless of your opinion of whether you think people should be doing drugs or not, it doesn't really matter what you think. It's what other people are doing. Now, do you want your community to be safe or do you not want it to be safe? Do you want the United States to be the way it is with overdosing problems, drug problems, or the way it is in the Netherlands where that is very, very low? And it doesn't, I'm not saying that it doesn't happen, but saying that it does, but maybe in a different way and in a lower way. That is all for that rant that I have. If you guys have anything to add up on this subject, please comment below and give me a thumbs up. I would love to know your real comments on this topic. And as always, abonero, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!